So, family, remember those correctional officers that were transferring Robert Brooks to another correctional facility and ended up savagely beating him to death? Well, they've been charged. But before we talk about it further, let me just remind you of what went down. Take a look.
Tonight, multiple corrections officers seen in this disturbing body camera video beating Robert Brooks at a New York State prison, now charged in his death. Brooks had just been transferred to the Marcy Correctional Facility near Utica.
About a half an hour later, he was clinically dead.
6 former officers charged with murder, all 6 plus 3 others charged with manslaughter. Last December, the officers seen choking, punching, and kicking the 43-year-old in the face, torso, and genitals.
I think any sentient human being looking at the tapes naturally comes to the conclusion that he must have said something. He must have spit at the officers. He must have resisted in some way. And the fact of the matter is, he did absolutely nothing.
An autopsy finding Brooks died from homicide caused by asphyxia due to neck compression and multiple blunt force injuries. Tonight, Brooks's family calling the charges a step toward accountability.
These men murdered my father. It was on video. These men need to be prosecuted and convicted of the crimes they made.
Do you know, this happened on December 9th of 2024, and I literally have never watched it in its entirety because it's so difficult and painful for me to watch. And as you can see, it's blurred out in my coverage, but I struggle to watch that. It's beyond comprehension. Not unsurprising, but it's literally beyond comprehension. This man didn't do anything. He was just being transferred. He didn't resist. He didn't try to fight back. He wasn't mouthing off. Literally did nothing but just be a black man. And these 10 so-called correctional officers, there are many other things I want to say or words I want to use to describe them, but I cannot do that on this platform. So I'll just say so-called officers beat this man to unalivement, and they're only being charged second-degree murder. I personally think it should be first-degree murder. They're also being charged for tampering with evidence. And the third charge is manslaughter. Now, we know how this can go, okay? These are all palm-colored people, and there is a complexion for the protection, in my opinion. So what I'm interested in knowing is what the sentencing is going to be for these 10 officers. So I'm going to be keeping my good eye on this because I want to see how this turns out. And I promise you, if they get a light sentence, we are all going to be speaking loud about that. These are the kinds of officers that you do not want to ever be walking the beat or be in law enforcement or be in any job around law enforcement, because this can be the result of a black person at the hands of people like this. In any event, I am glad the charges have been laid, but as I said earlier, I think it should be first-degree murder for all of them. But this is what the charges are, and then they have the audacity to plead not guilty. Really? I mean, it's on camera. What more do you need? But again, this is the level of entitlement of these people, that they can sit up there and plead not guilty when you have it on camera. When you have it on camera and you sit there and plead not guilty, that is the supremacy of it all. That is the privilege of it all. And that is why we're going to watch and see how they're sentenced, because that will also be very telling. So I'm going to be keeping my good eye on this, and I will keep you all posted. In the meantime, please let me know what you think about this. Drop your comments in the chat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this content. And I will see you on the next one.